Hey everyone, welcome back to another Just for Today daily reading by me. My name is John Clayton. I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, and I've been clean and sober since February 21st, 2021. And it's now March 15th. Man, March 15th. I gotta hurry up and get my income tax done. Okay. Feeling a part of. The get-togethers after our meetings are good opportunities to share things that we didn't get to discuss during the meeting. Basic text, page 29. Active addiction set us apart from society, isolating us. Fear was at the core of that alienation. We believed that if we let others get to know us, they would only find out how terribly flawed we were. Rejection would only be a short step away. When we come to our first NA meeting, we are usually impressed by the familiarity and friendliness we see other recovering addicts share. We too can quickly become a part of this fellowship. If we allow ourselves to, one way to start is by tagging along to the local coffee shop after the meeting. At these gatherings, we can let down the walls that separate us from others and discover things about ourselves and other NA members. One-on-one, we can sometimes discuss things that we may be reluctant to share at the group level. We learn to make small talk at many of these late-night gatherings and forge deep, strong friendships as well. With our newfound friends in NA, we no longer have to live lives of isolation. We can become a part of the greater whole, the Fellowship of Narcotics Anonymous. Just for today, I will break free of isolation. I will strive to feel a part of the NA Fellowship. Yeah, that's excuse me. That's an interesting reading today. For myself, I think since I've been clean and sober, I find the hardest thing that I have trouble with is I seem to struggle now when it comes to reaching out to people, or to not reaching out as in looking for help, but reaching out as in a means of just meeting, or being around new people, and since I deleted everyone who happened to be in my contact list, to realize that I actually don't know anybody, that now I absolutely have no social life whatsoever. Hence is why I put a lot of effort into these videos and these channels, because it's my goal to, well, for one, make something of it, and hopefully maybe one day down the road have it turn into a possible means of gaining some revenue. And there's so many people that are doing it, and I can do it. I just need the right niches to get me that kickstart. And it might happen, it might not happen, but I know over time, as long as I stay consistent and honest and true, and we'll see what happens. And if I can get people like you guys to if you happen to check out my videos, and maybe become a member or subscribe, and it's free to join my community, no cost. And I'm trying to create something that we can share together, or even if it helps, stay clean and sober together. I'm a lonely guy, and but I know that I'm not alone. And I do wish that that I could, you know, hang out afterwards and, you know, go for coffees with some of these people, if they even, if any of them even still do that. I don't know, but I never seem to be able to connect with anybody on for anything. I mean, we don't sit around talking about war stories or stuff like that. I mean, we do sometimes, you know, talk about, you know, what works, and, you know, so, you know, we just get to know each other and take advice and maybe give advice if we have any or whatever. And but now that I'm clean and sober, I seem to struggle with that quite a lot. And I'm trying to find ways of. I mean, I used to find means and ways of getting more dope. I mean, why can't I find means and ways to meet new people? And you know, and I would like to meet some people who are into the same kinds of things that I'm into, or that where I can collaborate with people, and you know, even work on some projects with people, or just to, you know, get into a different mindset. And but you know, it's obviously it's one day at a time, and I'm only 4 years clean, and you know, it's one day at a time. So today's just another day, and so far I seem to be back on track with the readings. Hopefully, I mean, this is only day 2 of being back on track, so it's not to get ahead of myself. So anyway, I want to thank you for joining me today. If nobody's told you today that they love you, well, I love you, and I appreciate every one of you. So thanks for joining me today. Hit like and subscribe, join my community, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Alright, bye for now.